Hello, ATS resident students and teachers. Thank you. Sit down. In our last lesson, we looked at electric circuit, number 1. We have found out that electricity is a form of energy that produces heat, light, and sound. Also, electric circuit is a path along which electric current flows. We also looked at open and closed circuits. Open circuit makes it possible for the electric current to flow through, and closed circuits, and open circuits, it doesn't allow electricity to flow through. So that was what we looked at in our last lesson. A simple circuit is made up of dry cell, connecting wires, the lamps or the bulbs, and switch. We will still look at electric circuit, lesson number 2. So our lesson topic is electric circuit 2. Let's just see what we are going to do in this lesson. In this lesson, we will set up electrical circuits. We will draw circuit diagrams using circuit symbols. And we'll try to differentiate series and parallel circuits. So in your groups, we have 10 groups. 5 groups will work on series circuits, and the other 5 will work on parallel circuits. At the moment, you have come together. 2 groups have come together. So one of the groups will work on series, and one of the group will work on parallel. So you can also compare at the same time. Since you are going to also draw circuits using diagrams, we will first of all go through looking at a circuit diagram. I'd like you to look up to the screen. Many of the circuits that you have made in the last lesson, the diagram looks something like this. So we have a switch. The lines represent the wires. The lamp is represented by a circle and an X in it. And we have a cell there, dry cell, which is 2 strokes. One is longer than the other. So that's how a simple circuit diagram is. I'd like you to quickly get this down. This will help you when you draw your diagrams. These are circuit symbols. The first one you can see on the screen, the symbol has 2 strokes. One is a bit longer than the other. Okay, the larger stroke represent the positive terminal. So you have the larger stroke that represent the positive terminals. So the first diagram shows how many dry cells? How many? 1. All right, let's look at the second symbol. It says that's battery of 3 cells. All right, so you can see there are 3 cells in there. That's the first cell, the second cell, and the third cell. Remember, one cell is made up of a larger and a smaller stroke. What do you think are these lines? They are the wires. If we're using voltmeter, we will use this. If we're using ammeter, we will use this. We will ever look at that later, but just the symbols. All right? globe or bulb, it's shown like this. Resistor, this is variable resistor. This is a open switch. Right? You can see the switch there open, so it cuts off the circuit. There is a gap in the circuit. What's going to happen if we close the switch? We will let this go down. The fuse, this is wires crossing but not touching. And this is coil. So these are some of the circuit symbols which we will be using. I'll give you a few minutes to get this down into your notebooks. Receiving students, you can copy this down. All right. Stop writing now. Look up here. In this lesson, I have mentioned that we will look at two different types of circuits, that series and parallel circuits. You are going to differentiate how they work. But to give you a fair idea on what is series circuit and what is parallel circuit, I'd like you to look at the screen. In a series circuit, the bulbs will join in series or in line, one after the other. So you will see the top diagram shows the actual picture, and the second diagram that is down below shows the diagram. But that's how series circuits are. The bulbs must be connected one after another. In parallel circuits, bulbs join in parallel, one above the other. Look at the diagram. So by now, you should be able to tell or have some idea on what is a series circuit and what is a parallel circuit. In the lesson, you will be able to differentiate how they work. Now, before you get your materials, we will go through some instructions. This following instructions goes to students who are working with series circuit. You are going to set up this circuit. This is series circuit, a picture of a series circuit. You will set up a circuit like this. And this is what you are going to do. You will set up the series circuit as shown in the picture and investigate. You see, you are going to investigate how it works. When both globes are glowing, unscrew one of the globes from its holder and try to see what happens to the globe. That's your instruction. See, you will draw a diagram of the circuit using symbols. Also show the path taken by the current. And you will also answer why is this series question. So that's for the groups that are working with series circuit. For model students, your worksheets will come around, so it will help you. Parallel circuit, You will set up a circuit like this. Your instructions: set up the parallel circuit as shown in the picture, and you're also going to investigate what is going to happen or how it works. B, when both globes are glowing, unscrew one of the globes from its holders. What's going to happen to the other globe? It will also draw a diagram of the circuit using symbols and show the path taken by the current. Also explain why is this parallel circuit. So those are the instructions or the steps you will have to follow. All right. Runners for series circuit, I'd like you to come up. Series circuit. All right, those who are working with parallel circuits, the runners come up. Is it a recorder? Okay. Recorder? Is the recorder in? Recorder on this. Recorder. 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 You have 10 minutes. You have 10 minutes to set up your circuits. You may start now.
Some minutes for series and then switch.
Which one? This one. If you have finished setting up your circuits, then you go straight into answering the questions. Is this one working too? No, not working. Where's the good one?
This is the good one.
You're trying to.
So that's what I understand. This is the good one.
You're trying to.
So that's what I understand.
All right. For those who have finished setting up your circuits, you have 5 minutes to complete the questions. 5 minutes. By now, everyone should finish. Your time is up for setting up the circuit. You have 5 minutes to complete the questions. For series circuit, let's go through these questions. You have now set up the circuit, series circuit. Let's go through. When both globes are glowing, unscrew one of the globes from its holder. What happens to the globe when you unscrew one of the globes? All right, let's have Gima Grace.
The other one won't work.
All right. She says the other globe will not work. Now, after that, you will draw a diagram of this circuit using symbols. And he will answer the question, why is this series circuit? For parallel circuits, those who are working with parallel circuit, question B says, when both globes are glowing, unscrew one of the globes from its holder. Now you can unscrew it when the both are glowing. What happens to the other globe? Tulanga, what happens to the other globe?
Both of them won't light.
Both of them will not light. Okay. Any others? Ellen?
They will light.
All right. Two different answers there. Ellen says the other bulb will light. Tulanga says the boat will not work. So Tulanga, maybe you can check your circuit again. After you do that, you draw the diagram of the circuit using symbols and also answer why is this parallel circuit.
This ball is messed up. You got try more second game, you know. It cannot fit into our one. Second ball down.
All right, for those who have not finished, you will try to complete them at your own time. And I'd like the worksheets to be completed. All right, you will draw the diagram. So as receiving students, if you're not finished, you will get the circuits or find your own time to complete them and also complete the worksheets or the questions that have been given. We will go into our summary. In a series circuit, the same current flows through all parts of the circuit. If one part of the circuit is broken, the whole circuit stops working. So for that is for series circuit. That same current flows through all parts of the circuit. So if there is one part of the circuit broken, the whole circuit stops working. Some students quickly get this done. All right, we will move to the next summary point. In a parallel circuit, the current divides and passes through different parts of the circuit. The parallel parts can be turned on and off separately. So in a parallel circuit, if one part is broken, the other parts still work because the current is being divided. It goes through other parts that have been created. Our key phrase for today's lesson is series and parallel. The next lesson, we will look at resistance 1. And the materials, students and teachers, these are the materials required for the lesson: batteries, bulbs, copper wires, nichrome wire, cardboards or circuit boards, paper clips, pencils, and also worksheets. With that, thank you, HCs, students and teachers for participating.